Hey, welcome back. Quick one before we start. We are in the training guide chapter now, so today's episode is a bit more under the hood than usual. But this is one of the most topics that quietly makes everything you build in ServiceNow easier once it clicks. Here is the question we are answering today. When we create an incident or a change request or even a server in your CMDB, where do all those fields actually come from? Like number, state, priority, you didn't type those in. Somebody already built them. Today we find out who and why that matters for you. Let's stop wondering where the fields come from and go find the source. By the end of this one, you will be able to do four things. Understand what an out of the box table actually is, understand parent and child table relationships, learn table inheritance, and learn how to actually go identify parent child relationships yourself right inside ServiceNow. The last one is the hands on skill, everything before it builds up to be being able to do that. Let's start right at the beginning. What even is an out of the box table? ServiceNow ships with thousands of pre-built tables, not empty ones, fully loaded ones. Each one already comes with predefined fields. ACLs. ACLs are your security rules, business rules, UI policies, notifications, forms, lists, and relationships. The whole package, not just the data structure, but the screens you see through too. Think it of buying like a car instead of building one from spare parts. The engine is already the seat belts are already installed, the dashboard already works. You are not starting from zero. You are starting from basically done. And that's the point. This reduces development effort and encourages standardization. So an incident behaves the same way on your instance as it does on every other ServiceNow instance in the world. Let's actually look a few of these tables you have probably already seen without realizing it. Some of the common out of the box tables. You have genuinely already met several of these. On the ITSM side, incident, problem, change request. On the user side, user, group, and department. The tables behind every login, every team, and every org chart. On the knowledge side, knowledge base and knowledge article. And in CMDB, we have CMDB CI, server, database, and network gear. None of these did you build. They were sitting there the moment your instance was provisioned. Now here is where it gets interesting. A lot of these tables are actually related to each other. Let's talk about how, starting with parent side of that relationship. The parent table concept. A parent table shares common fields and platform functionality with other tables, and the tables that extend it. Those are called child tables. Think of it like a family recipe passed down. The base recipe has the core ingredients like flour, sugar, eggs. Every table that extends it starts with those same base ingredients already in the bowl. Extend a parent and its shared functionality comes with it. You don't rebuild it every time. So what actually happens on the child side of that relationship? Let's flip it around. The child table concept. A child table extends a parent table and automatically inherits its fields, behaviors, ACLs, business rules, UI policies, and notifications. And here is the practical payoff for you as a developer. You only add the fields that are specific to your actual business requirement. Everything is shared. Security, workflow, behavior, the common stuff is already handled by the parent. Let's see this in action with one table. Almost everything in ServiceNow is related to task. The task table hierarchy. Here is the family tree. At the top, a table literally called task, and hanging off it incident, problem, change request, change task, catalog task, requested item, and HR case. Every single one of those is called a child of task, which means incident is not some completely separate thing from change request. They are like cousins. They share the same DNA because they both extend from the same parent. So what exactly is in that shared DNA? Let's look at the actual fields. Common fields will inherited from the task table. These are the fields every child of task gets for free the moment it's created. The fields are number, short description, description, state, priority, assignment group, assigned to, active, opened by, opened at, closed by, and work notes and additional comments. If you have been following the series, notice something. You have already seen most of this back in the tasks episode when we looked at incidents fields. Same list, that's not a coincidence. Incident is not defining those fields itself, it's inheriting them from task. Task handles the ticket side of the world, but ServiceNow has second big family tree for things, not tickets. Let's look at CMDB. Same inheritance idea, different family. At the top, CMDB CI, short for configuration item, which just means anything you track and manage. A server, a laptop, a piece of network gear. Branch 1, that is hardware, which breaks down into computer and then Linux server and Windows server. Branch 2 is network gear, which breaks down into router and switch. So we have talked about inheritance in two different families now. Let's pin down exactly what inheritance means as a mechanism. Understanding table inheritance. Table inheritance is the mechanism that allows a child table to automatically reuse fields and functionality from its parent table. Three things that gives you. It avoids duplication. You are not rebuilding the same field twice. It speeds development. Less to build means less time spent. And it keeps applications consistent. Every child behaves the same predictable way as its core, no matter who built it. Alright, enough theory. Let's actually go find these relationships live on a instance. Identifying parent and child tables. Here is exactly how you would check this yourself. Let's go to the instance. Navigate to system definition. Go to the application navigator and search for system definition. Under system definition, go to tables. If you see, we find the tables here. So just click on it. It will open the tables table. So open any table. Look for a field called extents table. So if you see, there is a field in the list we already added called extents table. So these are all empty. Let's filter out the empty ones, and we'll see like which table has yeah. If you see, I have what I did actually. So I'll click on all. The table list is loaded again. So I don't want the extents table. I don't want the tables which has the extents table is empty. So I'm just filtering out the empty values for the extent table. So if you see, we got 3,338 tables now. So that tells you its parent right there. So if you take this agent resist recommendation for this particular table, the parent table is the application file. Let's do one thing. So we'll group by extents table after filtering out the empty values. So let's see. So we have 306 records now. So 3,338 tables are getting inherited from 306 tables. So let's go to task and see where put that task extents table as task. Okay. This time it will give all the task table, all the tables which are getting inherited from task. So if you see here, some real examples like see incident. Incident is extending task, and also incident task is extending task. And if you see, some more will be there. KV submission. and problem is getting inherited from task, and problem task is getting inherited from task. There are so many tables here. If you see and see like change request, catalog task, CMDB multi-source. Each one of those arrows is a real, like it's a checkable relationship, not something you have to guess or memorize. Now that you know how to check it. Why does any of this actually matter day to day? Let's talk about the benefits. In this way, you can check for which table is getting inherited from which parent table. So you can go to the tables under system definition, and if the extents table field is not available in the list view, you can bring that field from the personalized list to the list view. So and just click OK. Once you've done that, it will be in the list view. So whatever the table you are looking for, just search for. Let's say I'm clicking all again. So there is no filter applied on the list view now. So let's say I want to know incident is getting is incident is getting inherited from any other table. So I'm just giving incident in the label. If you see, it got the incident table and it's showing that it's getting inherited from task table. In this way, you can find out which table is getting inherited from which table. Okay, let's go back to the PPT again. So coming to the best practices. So we identified the parent and child tables now. And so coming to the benefits, like as we said, like it will be used for reusability, consistency, and faster development and easier maintenance and better platform design. So before building a new table, we need to check for existing out of the table before creating a new one. Extend the most suitable parent table, avoid duplicate fields, and understand inheritance before doing any customization. So let's talk about few interview questions on this particular out of the box tables parent to child concept. So four quick ones worth having ready. What are out of the box tables? Like pre-built ServiceNow tables with predefined functionality. And what is a parent table? A table whose fields and functionality are inherited by child tables. And what is a child table? A table that extends a parent table and inherits its functionality. And what is table inheritance? The mechanism by which child tables automatically inherit fields and platform behavior from parent tables. Say those back in our own words a few times before an interview. They are good ones to have ready without sounding rehearsed. Let's zoom out and recap everything real quick. What we covered, what this episode actually gave you. So, in plain terms, out of the box tables are pre built platform assets. Parent tables provide common functionality. Child tables inherit from parent tables through table inheritance. And task and CMDB CI are the most common parent tables you will run into ServiceNow. All right, that's a wrap. Let's bring this one home. And that's episode 11. Keep this one focused because honestly, the single idea check for a parent before a build will save you hours down the road on real projects. If this helped, hit like and drop a comment telling me one out of the box table you didn't realize was already doing work for you. I read every comment. Thank you guys. See you in the next video.